Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. We'll go over MLB for Monday, August 5th. And yeah, let's get started. As you can see, the opening odds are on the screen, and we are going to go over the current odds with FanDuel in a moment. But excuse me. As you can see, the opening odds are on your screen. Without further ado, let's get started with the Mets and the Cardinals. St. Louis versus New York. Negative 132. Mets start as a favorite. Plus 111 for the Cardinals in this one. And Mets are still a majority favorite in this one. Cardinals flip to minus 102 in this one. And as you can see, they are massive. The cost is massive for the Cardinals on the spread, which could be of tremendous value to the sports books. But let's see where the money is going. All right, as you can see, the Mets are a major favorite in this one. The Cardinals are getting only 23% of the bets, 25% of the money on the spread. The cost is minus 172. The plus 142 at 75% looks highly unlikely for the Mets, but they're not sizable favorites either. So they're not of much value to the sports books either way. Cardinals look like a safe pick in this one, especially on the spread. And they are minus 102 currently based off FanDuel. So, when you see these 120s, minus 120s on the totals, those hit more so than not. As you can see, the next game here, the Reds and the Marlins, which we will go over next, is also minus 120 over 8. This one is under 9. The minus 120s hit more often than not. So pay attention to those if the final cost is at minus 120 on the totals. Just wanted to let y'all know that. Reds versus let's go to Cardinals, the Diamondbacks and the Guardians. Minus 120 opening odds, plus 110 for the Guardians. Currently, they are minus 126 plus 108 for the Guardians. Both have increased. Well, the Diamondbacks have increased in the negative, in the favorite, as a favorite. The Guardians have decreased to plus 108. Let's see where the money is going in that game. They are getting 64% of the money. They are getting 64% of the money, and they took the cost down for them based off the opening. They're plus 110. Now they're plus 108. Let's see where they are on the other ones. Same thing, plus 108. And yeah, 64% of the money. Looks highly likely in this one. What's the cost on the minus 164? So yeah, the home team looks like they could get this one quite easily. The cost of the totals are pretty even, minus 112, minus 108. But that minus 154, that's 154, right? Yes. That's key. Very key. When you see these massive favorites over minus 150 amongst the spreads, the run lines, seems highly likely, especially since they're getting 64% of the money on the money line, 67% on the spread, the run line. Guardians look like a safe pick in this one. All right, Reds versus Marlins, minus 148 for the Reds, plus 126 for the positive 126 for the Marlins. Where did they start? Minus 132 for the Reds, plus 111. So both have increased in their respective directions. Favorites and underdogs. Minus 137 for the home team. Where's the money going though? Only 3% of the money going in the Marlins' favor. You might when the sharps go in, they're more than likely going to go with the Marlins in this one, even if it costs them a decent amount, minus 137. But a win is a win, especially when you parlay it. 90% of the money going in Cincinnati's favor on the money line, and They are minus 148, but they're right near that sweet spot, that minus 150. So the Reds could win, and the Marlins could still get the run line. 1 point victory for the Reds seems possible. All right, next game. Giants and the Nationals. San Francisco versus Washington. All right, minus 164 plus 150. Minus 164 for the Giants. Where are they currently? Minus 196 plus 164. So both increased in their respective directions. Not a huge favorite on the spread when it cost wise, that is, for the Giants. Let's see where the money is going. They are getting 88%, a sizable amount of the money on the run line at that minus 122. If you see that they're at 88% now, if you see them increase in the amount of money, if that goes to, let's say, 90, 92, and the cost goes up as well, then the Giants are going to win. As it stands, if it decreases or stands with that 88%, Washington will get that spread. Spreads are ultimate. That's ultimately where you make your money, especially in baseball, but in sports, period. But this could be one of those situations where the Giants could win. Nationals could get the run line. And that total, minus 122 for the under 9.5. Pay attention to that minus 120 if it reaches there as well. Astros versus Rangers. All right, 78%. Well, let's go with the opening. Minus 120 for the Astros, plus 110 for the Rangers. When a team starts at that plus 110, they could more than likely win this game. And this is pretty much in all sports. If they start at that sweet spot, that plus 110, and the other team does not, they could win that game more than likely. But this minus 120 is key. Where are they currently, though? Still at minus 120, plus 102. So Rangers have lost value to the public, increased value for the sports books. 58% going in the Astros' favor. 78% of the money on the run line going in the Astros' favor. So, let's see, 78% based off of a plus 134 cost, minus 162. If this cost continues to increase, the Rangers are safe pick in this one. The Rangers are a safe pick in this one, despite this plus 102. The only way I see the Rangers actually pulling out a victory here is if their odds go into the negative at the opening pitch, and let's see. Yeah, their odds go into the negative, and it really wouldn't matter at that point. If their odds go into the negative, it really wouldn't matter where this money goes at that point, because they're of value to the sports books either way, and they're just about even right here. So keep that in mind. Rangers look decent in this one across the board. 105, 115, 105s usually take that, but that's going to change throughout the day. Over 8.5. Usually minus negative 105s beat the 115s regularly. Not always, but more so than not. But that's going to change throughout the day. That could fluctuate. Just pay attention to that 105 and that plus 110. 11 is the master builder number. Plus 110, minus 110 in this case for the cost, could get you somewhere in this one. Twins versus Cubs. Minus 118 for the Twins. Minus 101 for the Cubs. Minus 118 currently. Plus 100, dead even. Where's the money going? Scroll down. Go back up. All right. 94% of the money going in favor of Minnesota in this one. It's all about where the cost is. Let's see. Where is the cost on the... Scroll down a bit. All right, minus 160 in favor of the Cubs. At minus 160 for the Cubs. Let's see. They are an underdog, minus 160. Cubs currently at only 66%. Not of much value to the sports books. Minnesota could sweep this one quite easily. There are more value on the money line and are more value on the run line. But when the sharps go in, if this 94% holds around plus over 84, 85%, Twins could sweep this across the board, especially since they're pretty much dead even, 50-50 on the money line. Overs are getting 91% of the money. That minus 115, minus 105 once again. Minus 115 could take that in this one, as they are massive favorites in this one. Sportsbooks can make money across the board if this holds true. Because even at minus 160, that's steep, but you're only getting 6%. Not of much value. Boston versus Kansas City. Plus 120 for Boston. Minus 130 for Kansas City. 77% of the money going in Kansas City's favor on the run line. 60%. 80% of the bets. 60% of the money on the money line. Minus 142. That looks decent in this one. Where did they start, though? Minus 130. Okay, they went up in value. Royals look safe in this one. Plus 132. That minus 160, let's see. Not of much value. They're below that quarter mark. That will change throughout the day, though. I believe when the sharps go in, they will go with the Red Sox. Keep that in mind. That 77% holds. Kansas City could sweep this across the board. Over under 9.5 and 10, depending on the sportsbook you go with. The unders are getting 86%. That could hold with this minus 105. Keep that in mind. That minus 114 isn't getting enough weight, especially if that increases. The unders look safe in this one. Chicago White Sox versus Oakland A's. Minus 184, plus 154. For the current odds, A's are a favorite. Let me scroll down. Scroll back up. All right. Plus 146, minus 172. So both have increased in their respective directions. Minus 140 as an underdog for the White Sox. Only 2% of the money currently. Doesn't hold any weight. Oakland A's look safe. Look like a safe pick across the board. But I would test this. The money's going to be with Chicago in this one across the board. Despite that minus 140, that's key, and that plus 154, that's dead even. A's look like a safe pick in this one, but the White Sox is where you would make your money. White Sox would likely take this one. Where's the over-under? Only 8% going under that minus 122. The even 100 is getting 92%. The only way the over wins this one is if that plus 100 becomes a negative. If that becomes a negative 105, negative 110, negative 115, 114, whatever, that's the only way the overs will take this. Phillies versus Dodgers. All right. That minus 196 is very steep. Very steep, even though they're only getting a third of the money. Still of great value to the sports books. If that approaches that minus 200, that's a victory. Dang sure a victory. We're already there now. And that minus 136 money line, 94%, that could be a case. Dodgers could win. Phillies win the run line. Dodgers win the game. Phillies win the run line in this one. Too much value to the sports books, but Phillies could sweep this across the board with this only 6%. When the sharps go in, they're going to go with Philly. I'm going to tell you that now. They're going to go with Philly. That's going to increase definitely to around 20% by the time the opening pitch happens. 91% going over. Looks decent. Minus 104, minus 1 18. Yeah, minus 118. All right. Unders look safe in this one. Unders look safe in this one, but that 91% is where the sportsbooks would make their money. The under would be the safe pick to bet on, but the over more than likely will take it. But yeah, that's it for today. Small slate for today. I will see you guys in the next video. Picks are on the Patreon. Link is in the description and in the video. You guys take care. I will see you guys in the next video. Pray every day.